Well, these results were pretty much expected across the state, but we still have a long time before the general.
Let's get over to our Ian Wrights, who is joined by our political analyst, Dr. Marissa Grayson.
All right, guys, so a lot of storylines to talk about tonight. Former President Donald Trump seems to dominate, picking up at least 11 victories in states that were holding primaries today. Nikki Haley looks like will win Vermont. So where does Nikki Haley go from here in her uphill fight to win the GOP nomination?
Well, I think that's up to Nikki Haley, both how she wants to think about the short term, but then also think about 2028, which might be very much on her mind. So she needs to decide if she's going to drop out of the race or continue maybe for another week. All signs kind of point to things ending for her, given she can't be really found tonight and doesn't have any rallies planned for the short term. And then she needs to decide if she wants to help bring her voters that she's gotten in all of these states to support Donald Trump, or if she's not going to work with him. So that could be a question of an endorsement. That could be encouraging the party to come together, a message that we heard from Governor Abbott just this evening, but she may choose not to.
Let's talk about District 2, because that's one of those districts that we have been talking about. We heard from a couple of folks who were covering some of those congressional races. This is part of that new congressional map that was redrawn. So this is the first time we're seeing this district, and we've got a very competitive race going on in District 2 right now.
We do, and that's not surprising given how many people are in the race. We've expected a runoff to happen, which I think we will see. But name recognition and past experience is proving to be important, at least on the Democratic side, as we look at figures who worked for the Obama administration, worked for Merrick Garland, and then also the House Minority Speaker in the lead right now.
And it looks like those two, at this point at least, may be the ones advancing to the April 16th runoff.
Correct, Daniels and Figures.
All right, so we heard from John about voter turnout, and the statewide figure he was given at this point was right around 16%. So a significantly lower percentage. I mean, in 2016, it was 41% for a primary. In 2020, it was 33%. So we're seeing a significant drop. What gets voters out on a day like today to participate in the primary?
Sure, I think some of it is a contested race. So not only is it lower than these elections you're mentioning, but also thinking about 2022, when we had Katie Britt and Mo Brooks on the ballot, turnout was higher. And so I think some of this is that the results in Alabama were somewhat expected, but also the constitutional amendment probably wasn't bringing people out to vote. There wasn't really this reason. People sort of see the inevitable, I think, at least at the top of the ballot.
All right, Dr. Marissa Grayson, thank you so much. Stick around. We got much more to talk about coming up a little bit later.